Okay, so this floor is going to be heated, and what I'm going to be using is Ditra Heat. And there's three components to this. It's the mat. This is the Detra Mat, but it's for the cable system, for the wires. It's in place of the regular Detra. You use this one here, and the wires snap into these grooves. See, like in the picture here. And this is the programmable thermostat. You also have another thermostat which is not programmable. And you get it in different lengths. So this is what I'm going to be installing. This goes down like regular Detra. Comes in panels like this, or you can get it in a 134 foot roll. I don't need 134 foot, so I got these panels in another box of it there. And there's the cable. You'll see this in a little while. So I'm going to be installing this on the floor. Okay, so I vacuumed and cleaned the floor, and now I'm going to start putting these down. Rather than going into complete detail in this video, I'm just going to give more of an overview. And I actually have another video of this very same floor, which I uploaded a few months ago, that gives detailed instructions on how to do this. So this video is going to be more of an overview than a detailed guide. Anyway, so I'm going to get all these down, and we'll try and make these knobs line up so that when you run the wire through, it'll be easier to run it through. So I'm going to get all this down, and then I'm going to put the wire in. Okay, so it's all cut in. I haven't cemented it down yet, so that's the next thing. Now, usually for the Detra, you use this trowel here, but for the Detra Heat, you use a 1/4 inch. This is a 1/4 inch by 1/4 inch square notch trowel, so this is what you use for the Detra Heat. Gets all the dust off, dampens the plywood, and now backside of the trowel first to key it in. Okay, so since this is a plywood sunflower, I'm using a polymer modified thin set to install the Detra. If this had been a concrete floor, then I could have used an unmodified thin set. So when you buy your thin set for the floor, don't just buy the cheapest bag of thin set you can find. Buy a good quality premium thin set. That way you know you're going to get a good bond and it's going to perform the way it's supposed to. Okay, so once you place your Detra into the thin set, you want to smooth it out. I usually use a wooden float, and what this does, it pushes the Detra into the thin set and removes all bubbles and oil trapped underneath. That's good coverage. And this is what you want to see for coverage. Good coverage. So I'm going to do the rest of this now. Okay, so you have to stay 3 inches away from the wall, and I've marked all that out, so you can't put any wire closer than 3 inches to the perimeter. So that's all marked out, and from a heat register you have to stay 8 inches away. So I've got that marked out. 8 inches away, 3 inches, 3 inches, 8 inches away. And then no point going under the toilet. And 3 inches away around here. So I've got that all marked out so that I know where I can't put the wire. Okay, so this is the Ditra Heat. Took it out of the box. And you get 2 probes, one here and one. You also get one in here. And both of these are going to be installed. That's the heat. These will sense the heat of the floor. And there's 2 of these. One comes with the cable and one comes with the programmable thermostat. And you install both of them, but you only connect one. So that's that. And this is the cable. I'm going to test it now with the multimeter, and all the instructions come on the book that comes with it. And where did I put it? And these labels come with the cable. And there should be that same thing should be on the cable here as well, right there. So I'm going to test this now. Okay, so this comes with the Ditra Heat cable. It's actually also attached to the cable right here, and then there's another one, actually 2 more here. And what you need to do is, before you install it, you need to test it to make sure that it's good. So you're going to use a multimeter, and all the directions on how to do it are right here in the book. 1, 2, 3. Pretty easy. And then you're going to record it. If you want to keep the warranty, you're going to record it on here. So the first test you do is on this one here. It's 17.9, resistance is 17.9 ohms. So it has to be within 10% of that. So put your meter on the ohms. The symbol here. And then I got it on 200 so you can read it. Right here. And that has to be within 10% of that 17.95. So you measure these 2 here. One. And so it's 18.2, if you can read that. 18.2. If you can read up there. $18.2. So that's within 10% of that 17.95. So that's good. So then the other test, you put that on the alarm symbol there. So if you touch these 2 together, and you get one on the braid, and one on here, and it shouldn't beep, and it should have an eye. See that's an eye over there. That should not change. So that's not changing. So that's tested good. See, if I put these two together like this, then it'll beep. Okay, so that's good. So it's within the 10%. It shows an eye, depending on the meter you have. Mine shows that one there. So this test is good for this cable with this here. So I'm going to turn it off, and I'm done with this meter. Then we need the mega ohm meter, which is this one here. And this has to read between the braid and one of the wires, has to read more than 1,000. That's a good connection there. Turn it on. And then instead of 2,000, I got it on 2,000. It has to be over 1,000 mega ohms. Has to be over 1,000 mega ohms. So we're good. So this is the sensor. One comes in the cable box, and one comes in the so you get two of these. You install both, but you only connect one. I'll test these now. So I'm going to test these now. $13.76. This one here. $13.02. Okay, so all tests were successful, and I'm going to do that again once I get the wire in the floor. And that's what I'm going to do, put the wire in the floor. Okay, so the wire has to be connected to the electricity and the programmable thermostat by an electrician. So, so I'm not allowed to connect the actual wires to power, but I can do the rest. I can snake the wire into the Detra Mat, install the probes, etc., etc. So what I'm doing here is I'm cutting out a groove out of the Detra so that I can insert the
the connector where the wires, at the end of the wire, near the part that has to be fed up through the wall and connected to the thermostat, there's a big connector which is much thicker than the wire itself. So that has to, you cut out a groove out of the Detra, and then you place it into the Detra like that, and so that way it's not going to interfere with the tile when you install it.
So for now, I'm just going to tape that down, just to hold it in place. If I can find the tape.
Okay, so the heat wire goes spaced 3 pegs apart. You push it into the Detra Heat mat, and you make sure that the wire is 3 knobs apart always. And you never cross the wire, and you can't cut the wire. The wire cannot be modified in any way. So when you order it, you make sure you get the right size for the area that you're covering. Okay, so it goes 3 pegs apart, and you have to stay 3 inches away from the walls. You have to stay 8 inches away from a heat source. You never cross the wire, and you never cut the wire. And it goes pretty quickly. And then if you make a mistake with the pattern, or you have to readjust it, you can just pull the wire out and do it over.
Now you put both of these in, and it goes in the middle of a run. So, one in for now. Okay, so I got the 2 probes in, and the electrician's, I got a hole in there, and the electrician's going to run this wire when I'm done. But right now I'm going to test them again to make sure everything is good.
Okay, so we're going to test the wires again. The same test I did earlier. Now these wires have to get tested 3 times during. So once when you take it out of the box, once when you insert the wire into the floor, and then the last time when the tile is installed. So I'm not going to go through the whole procedure here again, and like I said, I have another video that goes into great detail on this installation. So once this test is complete, the only thing left is to install the tile and grout the whole box.